Hello students, I am Mahima Gupta and in this video we are going to learn our chapter number 5 of geography and the title is Realms of the Earth. Earth has three important realms and they were lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Okay, so the surface of the earth is uneven, okay, and it is made up of land and water. 29% of the surface of the earth is covered by land and the remaining 71% is by the water. Lithos means rock. Okay, so lithosphere is about the upper layer of earth's surface. This rocky mass has many minerals, soil and stones. Okay, the land we live on is all a part of the lithosphere. Our earth is in the form of huge land areas that were connected by vast ocean and rivers. Two-thirds of the landmass is in the northern hemisphere and the remaining one-third is in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so it is our first wheel, we can say, lithosphere, and the first topic is continent. So what is the meaning of continent actually? The large land masses that we see above the sea level are called continents. Okay, and there were 7 continents in the world, and they are North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. Okay, here it is a type of graph. Some pie charts are given on the left, on the right side. You can see on the upper pie chart. You can see this is the distribution of land. Means 28% of the land of Earth is covered by Asia, 17% is by North America, 12% is by South America, 7% is by Europe, 21% is by Africa, 5% is by Australia, and 9% is by Antarctica. In the pie chart given below, you can see it is the distribution of population. 60% population of world live in Asia. See, compare here. Only 28% of the land is occupied by Asia, while 60% is population is living on this area, which means Asia is the most dense continent. Okay, here 2% of the population is occupied by Australia, and Antarctica is a only continent which has no population. This table shows the actual area covered by the various continents and the estimate population according to the census of 2001. Okay. Okay. This is our map of all the 7 continents of the world. Okay. This pink color is Asia. Europe is in green color. North America yellow. South America red here. This another red in the center is Africa, and Australia is in light green color. Okay. For understanding the chapter, it is very important to understand the various direction. Okay. So by studying this mark, you can see the upper side, we can say that direction is north, east is in right side, south is in downward direction, then west means direction in your left hand. So the first slide, this is the first continent, Asia. This is the largest continent, okay? And this large land mass has Pacific Ocean in its east, okay? The Ural Mountain in west, the Indian Ocean to its south, and Arctic Ocean in the north. As I had already said that it is the most dense continent, okay? It is the most densely populated continent. It has the highest mountain range of the world, which is called Himalaya. Okay, Mount Everest is the highest peak, which is situated on Himalaya range. The actual height of Mount Everest is 8,850 meters. Now our next continent is South Africa. Africa is the second largest continent of the world. Okay, and it has the Indian Ocean to its east. You can see in the map. Okay, right hand side it is Indian Ocean and South Atlantic Ocean to its west, Mediterranean Sea in its north, and the Antarctic Ocean in the south. One IMP, one important fact is there about this continent. This is the only continent uh, through which the equator and both tropics of Cancer and Capricorn pass through. The famous and the longest river of world, which is Nile, flow from this continent. And the world's largest dry desert, which is Sahara, is also lie in this continent. The next continent is North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. It is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean in the west, the Arctic Ocean in the north, and the Atlantic Ocean in the east. It is connected to South America via a narrow strip of land that is called Isthmus of Panama. Large portion of this continent in the north remain under snow. Why? Because that is nearer to the north pole of the globe. Now the next continent is South America. South America is the fourth largest continent and most of it lies in the southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere means the area which lies below the equator. It has the Pacific Ocean to its west and the Atlantic Ocean to its east. The longest mountain range of the world, called the Andes Mountain, is in this continent. Don't be confused. The longest mountain range, that is Andes, and the highest mountain range is Himalaya. South America also has the world's largest river, that is Amazon. Nile is the longest river, okay? But Amazon is the largest river. There's a difference. The volume of water in Amazon is more than the volume of water in Nile. And Amazon River flows from Andes Mountain in the west to the Atlantic Ocean in the east. Now our next continent is Antarctica. Okay, it is the fifth largest continent and the whole continent is covered by a thick layer of snow because it is situated on the North Pole. Sorry, South Pole. Okay, Antarctica is in South Pole. Okay. It has an extreme cold climate and so it is not inhabited, means no one lives on this continent. The scientists of various countries have established their research center and exploration centers on this continent. India also has two established research centers here named Dakshin Gangotri and Maitri. Our next continent is Europe. Europe is the sixth largest continent and it has the Arctic Ocean to its north and the Atlantic Ocean to its west. To the east, it has the Ural mountain range which separate it from the continent of Asia. Okay? It has Mediterranean Sea in its south which separate it from continent of Africa. Europe has many small countries and has two seas which are the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, which are surrounded by the landmass. Hence, these are also called as landlocked seas. The Alps are the highest mountain of Europe. And the highest mountain of world is Himalaya. Now next continent is Australia. Australia is the smallest continent, okay, and it is entirely in the southern hemisphere. It has Pacific Ocean to its east, the Indian Ocean to its west and the Antarctic Ocean to its south. It is surrounded by oceans from all the sides and it is also known as an island continent. Okay. It has different kinds of plants and animals as compared to the other parts of the world. Why? Because of its location. Okay, now what is the actual importance of lithosphere? Lithosphere is the basic source of mineral which are essential for human being. Okay, minerals like various metals, oil, etc., which are extracted from lithosphere. Next point is Lithosphere has the soil covered on which crops are grown, which is useful for agriculture purpose. Okay, and it also gives us food and oxygen. Lithosphere being the landmass support all structures like building, roads, rail, etc. that are essential for living and transport. Lithosphere support the plant and animals life, giving rise to many interacting ecosystem in the nature. Now our next important realm is hydrosphere. Okay, hydro means water. Hydrosphere means the water on the earth. In other words, all water bodies and water found on earth are part of hydrosphere. For example, oceans, seas, rivers, ponds, or even in the form of snow, which means glaciers, which are in Arctic and Antarctic region. Nearly 97.2% of total water on earth is in oceans and seas, which is not useful for human being for drinking purpose. Okay, and 2.7% water is in the form of ice, means glaciers, which is in mountain. So only 0.1% water is available for consumption of human beings. Now we will study about the various sources of water. The first one is oceans. Okay, and there were five main oceans, and they are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the last one is the Antarctic Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. It spreads between Asia and America. It is also the deepest ocean. Okay, the Atlantic Ocean lies between North and South America on one side and Europe and Africa on the other side. The deepest point on this ocean is known as Puerto Rico Trench, which is around 9 km deep. This is the busiest ocean for shipping purpose. Okay, because it is mainly used for trading purpose. Next one is Indian Ocean. It is the only ocean that has been named after a country, which is India. Okay, it extends from Africa in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east. It touches all shores of Asia from the south. Next one is Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean extends around the Arctic. Okay, and it is the smallest ocean and also said to be the one with the least average depth, or we can say it is the most shallow ocean. Many countries of northern Europe and Greenland are in southern periphery. The last ocean is Antarctic Ocean and it is around Antarctica. Okay, and it is sometimes referred to as the Southern Ocean because it is in southern part of globe, na? Southern part of, we can say, Earth. Most part of it stays frozen because of extreme cold weather for nearly 4 months of the year. Some other water bodies are here. The first one, seas. Okay, a sea is a large body of saline water which is not suitable for drinking purpose because it has salt in excess quantity in. Some of its example are Mediterranean Sea, the Caribbean Sea, the South China Sea, the Arabian Sea, the Bering Sea, and the Norwegian Sea, etc. The next one is waves. Okay, this is the image of waves. These are the water bodies which are enclosed by land, but with a wide mouth affording access to the sea. Okay, means they are covered by land, but they have a wide mouth which allow them access for the sea. There are various ways like Bay of Bengal, the Hundan Bay, the Bay of Biscay, etc. The next one is Gulf. Okay, this is the image of Gulf. A gulf is an arm of sea or ocean partly enclosed by land. Partly we can say, okay. On the map, you would be able to see various gulf. Some examples are Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of Oman, the Gulf of Panama, etc. Next one is straits. Narrow channels of water connecting seas or parts of ocean are known as straits. You can locate them at many places, including the region between India and Sri Lanka, okay, which is called Pakistan Strait, or the Strait of Gibraltar, which connect the Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. Now our next important realm is atmosphere. Okay, the air around the whole Earth is known as its atmosphere. The atmosphere is like a thick blanket around the Earth. It extends to about 100 km above the Earth's surface. The atmosphere is composed of many gases. It also has dust particles and water vapor. Okay, but the largest composition of the atmosphere is of nitrogen gas, which is 78%. 21% is consumed by oxygen, okay, and carbon dioxide is about 0.04%, argon and some other gases, okay. So this is the pie chart for the composition of atmosphere. All the gases are very important for us, as carbon dioxide is important for plants for producing their food, okay, by the process of photosynthesis. Oxygen is essential for human beings, okay, for respiration. And nitrogen gas is also very important. How? It plays a IMP role in converting that biological material into different forms and fertilizers, okay. So there are other gases in the atmosphere around you, like ozone, which protect us from the UV rays, harmful UV rays. Hydrogen is there, helium, etc. Argon, radon. These gases are also there in the atmosphere. Hydrogen is also very essential for us, because if there was no hydrogen, there would have been no water, because formula of water is H2O, you know, two atoms of hydrogen and one is of oxygen. So a hydrogen is also very essential for human beings and for animals also. Now let's study about the various layers of atmosphere. Here in the diagram you can see there are 5 layers, okay, of atmosphere. We are not going to study about them in detail, but their names are to be learned by us. The first layer is troposphere, next one is stratosphere, third one is mesosphere, then thermosphere, then last one is exosphere. Okay. One more layer is also there, which is ionosphere. Okay. Ionosphere is a combination of mesosphere and thermosphere. So it is not a separate layer, but it is actually included in layers of atmosphere. Now we have to study about biosphere. As we had studied about the 3 main realms of our Earth, है ना? But a fourth one is also there, that is biosphere. The lithosphere, the hydrosphere and atmosphere are completed. All these 3 have jointly helped in creating the biosphere. Okay, biosphere means the living world. It includes all the 3 objects of Earth. The word bios, find those which are uh, in Greek. Okay, so bio means life. So all these 3 realms are very important for human beings and for animals also. Some of the animals are adapted to the water only, so they can't live without sea and without water. Okay. In the same way, some animals are there who need land for their survival. Some needs oxygen, while some living things just like plants need carbon dioxide. Okay. There is very much variety among the animal. Some needs cold temperature and a cold environment, while other require high, or we can say warm environment. So they adapt themselves according to the weather. There is mutual interdependence between the plants and the animals as well. Such interdependence is called as ecosystem. Human beings have made a lot of progress due to their analytical mind and tendency to experiment and learn and understand also. So they are different from rest of the animals. They have found many uses for the minerals, agricultural products and established industries to make these items worth human consumption and uses. But In this process, human being also created much trouble for our environment. Why? By polluting the environment, just like air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. So, for a healthy environment, we need to control this pollution and to save our nature. Every year, we celebrate Earth Day for awareing the people to protect our earth from the pollution. So, this is our duty to protect our environment. Okay. So, this was the final conclusion of this chapter. The chapter is completed now. I hope you enjoyed. So, let's meet in a next video for the next chapter. Thank you.